Ronda Rousey rematch is the only fight that makes sense for Holly Holm, says UFC President Dana White. Dana White says Ronda Rousey vs Holly Holm rematch is going to happen. UFC President says he should lose promoter's license if it doesn't. Rousey has not resurfaced since being knocked out at UFC 193. Holm has agreed that Rousey, who won 6 title fights, deserves a rematch. UFC President Dana White has confirmed Ronda Rousey will get her rematch with Holly Holm, after losing her title in emphatic fashion at UFC 193. Rousey was knocked out in the second round by a head kick in the November fight with Holm after dominating all 6 of her previous UFC opponents. And despite the one-sided beating in Melbourne, White told ESPN that the rematch was the only fight that made sense for the new UFC women's bantamweight champion. "I think that if we didn't make the rematch, me and UFC CEO Lorenzo Fertitta should probably lose our promoter's license," White said. "That's the fight that's going to happen. That's the fight." Ronda Rousey has gone undefeated. She's taken the sport to another level and beaten the best women in the world in 14 seconds, 30 seconds. She deserves a rematch. Holly agrees she deserves a rematch. "We'll figure it out." Rousey has kept a low profile since losing the fight, but White's insistence that the rematch will take place may be an indication that the 28-year-old is keen for revenge. After her loss to Holm, it was speculated that Rousey's media obligations and roles in Hollywood movies had distracted her from preparing properly for the contest. But the UFC president was insistent that it was Holm's qualities that had derailed Rousey rather than the former champion's own failures. "I don't know what the answer is," White said. "This woman who is so dominant, other than the fact Holly Holm is for real. She's very, very good. Ronda had been a workhorse before that. Maybe everything caught up with her. Maybe she was exhausted. Or maybe Holly Holm was that good."